Hi, I'm Justin Barba, professional paint contractor. Today I'm going to show you how to prepare and stain your deck using Benjamin Moore's Arborcoat exterior stain. Our goal here is to bring back its natural wood look. The customer wants to see the wood grain, so we're going to use Arborcoat in a semi-transparent finish with the protective clear coat. This deck sits off the ground, so it has good ventilation. If this wasn't the case, we'd use Benjamin Moore's translucent stain, which is a one-step application without a clear coat. Basically, this is a three-step process. We'll remove the gray, stain the deck, then apply the clear. First things first, examine your deck looking for rotten wood, loose or peeling stain, mold, mildew, or dirt that would interfere with your stain's penetration. Depending on what you find, you'll need to remove them all before staining. But it's not that hard since Benjamin Moore makes prep products like Remove, Restore, and Brighten. They strip off old finish and take away the gray, getting your wood ready to accept a more transparent stain. This deck hasn't been stained in a few years, and as you can see, it's grayed out pretty bad. To remove the gray, we're going to use Benjamin Moore's Restore Wood Restorer. Before you begin, make sure you have gloves, goggles, and a dust mask ready. I'm going to use a pump sprayer to apply Restore and Brighten, so I want to protect myself from overspray. Restore is easy to use. First, apply it to the deck, let it work for a few minutes, then scrub it with a stiff bristled brush. Next, rinse the deck with Brighten, which neutralizes Restore and helps lighten the wood so it'll take stain better. Once you've removed all contaminants and the gray is gone, the next step is to let the wood dry out. Wait at least 48 hours until the wood's dry, then give it a light sanding with 80 grit sandpaper. Don't worry, you don't have to put a lot of elbow grease into this step. You just need to remove any fuzzy wood fibers raised by cleaning, then sweep off the dust. It's going to be in the 90s today, so we started early. We're going to stain in the sun a little bit, but we have to do it before it gets too hot or the stain will dry too fast. To apply Arborcoat, you need a brush, a roller, a drop cloth, and a couple rags. Stain the floor first. That way, if you get drips on the floor later, it's already been stained and you can just wipe them off with a rag. Begin in the corner farthest from your escape route. In this case, we're starting by the house opposite the stairs. In order to get the job done fast, we usually work together. One of us applies the stain with a roller while the other smooths it out with a brush. Start at one end of 2 or 3 boards, whatever you can handle, then move down their entire length, keeping a wet edge. Don't stop in the middle, because if you do, some of the stain might dry and you'll get lap marks. They're easy to avoid as long as you fully stain each board as you go. You can also stain a floor by yourself. Just do fewer boards at once and don't take on more than you can handle. Staining a deck rail is easy. If you're working as a team, put one person on the inside and the other on the outside. Work on the same section of rail, making sure you don't miss anything, and cover each other's runs, which are easy to get on railings. Put down a drop cloth beneath each section of rail as you go. Wipe up drips right away with a rag. If you're working alone, stain the railing one section at a time, inside and out. This way you can pick up your own runs and make sure each section's complete before you move on. As you would with any paint project, always start in one corner and work to the other. That way you'll avoid missing spots, which is easy to do on a railing like this. If your deck rail is elevated, make sure you get down and examine it from the ground. Getting another angle on your railing will help ensure that you stain everything that needs it. Give the stain at least an hour to dry before applying Benjamin Moore's Protective Clear Coat. It's an annually renewable clear that adds extra durability and UV protection to the finish, increasing the life of the stain job. It's really easy to apply. Use the same method you used with the stain, making sure you get an even coat on all horizontal surfaces, the floor and the handrail. You don't need to coat the spindles or any other vertical wood, but you can if you want. Just put it on and keep moving. It's easy. As you can see, the clear isn't too shiny. It has a soft sheen that makes the deck look really nice. The great thing about it is that it's designed to be a sacrificial coat, so it's easy to reapply when you have to, and you don't need to restain often. Take a look at our Arborcoat deck maintenance video to learn more. Clean your equipment with soap and water, then return your deck to use within a few hours. I'm Justin Barba. Thanks for joining me as we prepped and stained this deck with Benjamin Moore's Arborcoat semi-transparent stain.